Hi friends, Andromeda of Earth here. We're going to talk about this full moon in Libra that we are currently experiencing. The apex was last night, if you were in the Eastern time zone, 10:30, 10:35, something like that, was when it went exact. Pacific, I think that was 7:35. Last night. Did you guys check out the moon? It kept a few of us up the last couple nights. We've had a lot of storms, a lot of rain in these last couple days, on and off. It's raining again now. I enjoy the novelty of the thunderstorm. All of a sudden I thought of the Tower card. That lightning strike moment where things change. Love the movements of our moon. It's amazing how the moon is also, our things that are less readily available, less seen, maybe hidden truths and such we find with our moon. The inner worlds is how we work with the moon. So in Libra, being an air sign gives us a little bit more focus on, our mentation. It's definitely a sign that I would associate with beauty, as well as balance. So yeah, those are definitely going to be in play in some way, respect. I'm sure you're experiencing it. I really am not here to tell you, what to feel, what to experience. More like, let's have a conversation. Like, how about this deck I've been using? I've used it 2 readings. This would be the 3rd in the row. And I just had this moment of like, oh man, like I've been using it for different things, and I haven't cleansed it yet. I felt like if I was going to shuffle this and I didn't cleanse it, that I would get an inaccurate reading. So that to me is my sign to give the deck a cleanse. So I'm curious, what do you do to clean your deck when you want a fresh sort of energy with this baby, this tool, right? I really enjoy using my breath. Just a simple using my breath to connect with these individual pieces of artwork, pieces of the whole. I also enjoy the act of engaging with sound, physicality, a knock, 3 knocks, anything, all those things, none of those things, you can use your intention. You can set it out under the fuller moonlight. The sun, I think, would be excellent for cards. Of course, just be wary of rainy, or I should say inconsistent weather. You never know what can happen, at least where I am. So using the Rider-Waite style tarot deck, I've got the Albano-Waite Tarot. I welcome any and only benevolent beings to this space. Welcome any ancients, any ascended masters, any angels, archangels who are in alignment with divine will and universal law. I welcome friends of all kinds who are here to help all earthlings and Gaia themselves to hear the messages that need to be received. All others who are not in alignment with divine will and universal law are banished. Laughing because the singing in the background. I don't know if you can hear my husband singing with my son. That's the 8 of Swords. Tempted to get it without any glare and in focus. See if we can do such a fucking task. There we go. This one just popped out of the deck. I wonder why. So when cards flip out like that, I tend to think of that as like a bonus card or a wild card, or just a really essential message that needed to be seen. You know, that person is bound and blind and just surrounded by swords. Swords being mentation, thought. They have this water beneath them. It's like they're walking in a puddled field or a barren land away from their castle that is way up in the background here. On this side is the castle. And they started out their journey way up there, and they found themselves in this space where they're feeling sort of confined and surrounded and not really in the friendliest of territory. So I really didn't feel a specific pull or call to anyone's spread for this time around, so let's just do a light and dark and see where we go. Let's see what information we need to receive, and then the underlying shadow aspect, the more veiled and hidden parts of the energy that we're working with. Oh, it's all over the place. Wow. So our light is the Knight of Pentacles. They are on a glorious steed and holding out their truth in front of them in reverence. They're like, oh, look at my pentacle. Yes, it's gorgeous. Looking forward. I find it interesting that their horse And their armor is all the same color. To me, that says that they are in alignment. You know, they have the same energy. When it comes to a fight, and like fights that involve like horses and whatnot, I highly doubt the horses ever wanted conflict, ever really wanted to run into battle. You know, they're doing it because they were driven to do it. The same thing with the knight. You know, he doesn't want to fight anyone. He just wants to hold up his truth. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to wait until the right time. There's a lot of work to do anyway. Look at those fields. They're empty. Empty, barren fields. Just waiting to be filled with seed. Just waiting. I enjoy the Knight of Pentacles. It reminds me of a card I received in the mail when I ordered Celestial Bodies from Serpent Fire. The person that did the order grabbed 2 cards for me. One from the She-Wolf deck, and this is their Knight of Pentacles. Just gorgeous. Bull representing, I believe, Hathor. Between a pair of obelisks. Such beautiful imagery. She's holding her pentacle up in reverence, you know, directly above her head. Held. Sacred. Let's check out what the Wildly Tarot deck says about the Knight of Pentacles. So we have an earth sign, right? Is there a young Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus that you are keeping your eyes on? You know, they are shining some light with you, or they want to shine some light with you. And I say young, maybe not young, maybe just a someone who's in a different role than you. Okay, so they say moving forward, dependability and thoughtful. Not good. There we go. The messenger. Being the knight. The messenger. I thought so, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't say it. I tend to be the kind of person that doesn't say something unless they're pretty darn sure it's the truth. Yeah. Anyway. Pentacles, business, material things, our body, any of those earthen things, our home. So we are receiving so much information about what we want to experience. Looking at where we are, you know, being thoughtful yet open, right? It's okay to be thoughtful with no thoughts. Ooh. I'm gonna have to play around with that in my mind a little bit. but definitely allowing ourselves to move forward and not just dwelling. Think about the things that we can do that is in alignment with who we are. Looking at our resources, looking at our home, looking at those things we need, we don't need. Because you know what, this night, this armor is heavy. You know, when I dated Simon, one of the knights of the United States, his armor would be like 80 plus pounds that he would have to carry around, like not only to wear during the fights, but like to practice. You got to carry that shit to and from practice. You got to carry it from the house to the car. Like, they are carrying as little as possible. So think about, what are the things that you can keep that are going to protect you versus weigh you down and make you more of a liability. Liability to yourself. You're dark right now. Who is the Queen of Swords? Such an elaborate throne. Wow. Get it, girl? She's like sitting on a cherub. Her crown is made of butterflies. Let's see if we can get this focus. Come on, baby. There we go. Butterfly crown. You see that with the orange, yellow? She's got her sword in her hand, and the other one is pointing up, so elevating. She's already so far up in the clouds, so far elevated, she's up in the clouds. That's what I see with the butterflies. When I see all this yellow, this goldenness, I'm also really reminded of the solar plexus and the amount of power that is stored there. Not only that's stored in our sun, but then that gets transferred to us, and then we have our own solar plexus in our body, and that's the source of discipline, self-discipline, will, power, which is also associated with like self-love, appreciation, gratitude, taking responsibility, and it's a higher level skill. The solar plexus, it's like just below the heart. This queen, this female bit of royalty is I always think about what Jen at Natural Magics has said, is the holistic manager of their kingdom, in the realm of thought, knowledge, and communication. She is also looking forward, just like the knight. This is the way I see it. That's like the knight sort of looking at the queen and waiting for the go-ahead. And she's like, yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. And until then, she's going to hold her hand up, which takes constant focus and effort. But as we all know, it's sort of challenging to hold your arm like that a lot, so it takes its toll. So as long as she communicates that with the Knight, be like, just so you know, I'm gonna take a break. It's not go time yet. I'll let you know. Because if she doesn't communicate, then they're not going to get the right message, and they're going to go full steam ahead. And yeah, the timing will be off. You know, I sort of see this when I see all these together. It's sort of like we've got this damsel in distress here. And the queen is just watching and waiting for the right time. Waiting for when she says, okay, I'm done. I either need some help. And she calls in the Knight, right? Because they are the same color, right? So they're like mind. They're connected. But this damsel in distress doesn't really know that she's being watched. That's the being blindfolded. It's telling me that we are being protected. We are safe. We have a team, seen and unseen. We're not alone. We never have been. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles have always been there to support us along our journey, but they're not going to make the move until it's time. And if it's not time yet, it's not time yet. And really, that is all determined by us. She could really... I feel like she could figure a way to get out of this if she wanted to. There's enough swords around that she could, like, you know, cut a little bit into the rope and work her hands out or something. But instead, it's like these are restraints that have been placed upon themselves. Their shoes are green, which tells me that their heart is carrying them. Okay? Our heart is carrying us. Made sure to put on my Knotflux talisman. I love this so much. I always feel so connected when I am working with this. Thank you, Kulani. What a fun, interesting read. I'm looking forward to doing this altar. It's going to be a spread I've never used before. I can sort of see it now. This is going to be fun. So I'll have that, the altar with Reiki and the crystals. Lots of different pictures with that. And I'll create some journal prompts and put all this symbolism that we've talked about and other things that have come. Like today, I was outside and looking around and just feeling in the energy, and a vulture was swooping across the sky, and I was like, I see you, Mama Vulture. Thank you. She brings us gifts. They're scavengers, so they create treasure from everything. Anything. Yeah. So I'm going to compile that all together. Plus I put links to all the people that I've talked about. Like, you know, if you want to get your own Knots and Locks talisman, or want to hear more about so many awesome things Jen talks about you'll have access to those links for them. I'll put that up on Patreon in part 2. And yeah, that'll be up as soon as possible. This energy that we're feeling now with the full moon, it's not going away. You know, this is a month. This is us experiencing what that coming to fruition and that letting go, what does that mean? And we get to experience this for a whole month, this energy here. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate your being so much. We'll talk soon. Thanks, folks. Oh, definitely let me know any tips or techniques or tricks that you do to cleanse or reset your tarot deck, or your crystals, or any intuitive tools that you use. Pendulum, and there's so many things. So let's learn together. Bye, guys.